Welcome back. I'm playing Battle Brothers on the Expert difficulty. As you can tell, we've come all the way across the map here. I figured I might as well just do it off camera. So I pretty much just came from way up here, came down, was purchasing a couple of timbers and things like that, sold them here, continued to come down around here, was buying new... well, I was selling things, trying to get money, and then I was also just buying and selling people to try to see if I could find some new people for our playthrough here, assuming we're going to end up losing some guys. And we do have some new people that I ended up having us get joined into our forces here. One is a replacement archer. His backstory is he's a hunter without his father around. Brand's mother taught him how to shoot a bow and how to feed the rest of his family. The hunter hid the thought well, but for the longest time he wondered what it'd be like to hunt the ultimate game man. A quick demonstration is offered. Brand shoots one arrow high into the sky and another one he knocks it out. Impressive. Now all kills are fatalities because he's bloodthirsty. He's disloyal, so he's happy being in reserve, which works for me. And he's in good spirits, so I gave him a war bow. He's got this equipment on here, and I might as well level him up while we're here. And he's got fatigue, range, and health, so all those things should be good for our gentleman. We'll get him student. And we've got these guys, so we might as well just keep getting this all up and going here. We've got our tank ready. It's got +3. I guess we really gotta just start putting stuff into fatigue for him. 3, 5. 2, 2, 2. 2. Well, I mean, honestly, it's him running out of stuff is what I'm most worried about. Get him battle forged. Part of me wants to make him indomitable so I can just run him in there and tank for me. Or even doing like a shield expert, because I would increase his defensive bonus if I am going to go pure tank mode here. So things to think about. This guy's leveled. Let's see, is he my... I can't remember, is he the one that I want to... $64, $61. I think this is the one that I wanted to have be our banner guy. So let's do those things. Get your resolve even higher. I guess we'll do something like that. 4. And we got you to student. Colossus. You're up to 76. So if we're going to do that, we need you to be rally. Although I should have probably got Brawny there too. But I mean, he's already going to be higher than our other banner guy. I mean, he's 90, but he also has all these resolve items here. Whereas this guy does not. Oh, nope, I don't want that. And these guys. And this is the other guy that I had hired. He's a sword master. I haven't used one of these units before. I guess they have low health, so I think they're meant to be built like a nimble build from what I'm able to gather. So ironically, we have both the defenses as 3 stars. He starts at 72 chance to hit. He's going to have low health, so it's going to be kind of an interesting build here. So Swordmaster, to say you move like Jero is perhaps the greatest honor a man can bestow upon a fellow warrior. Raised by his one-armed father, he first learned how to fight with limitations. By the time he started using both hands, he could already kill anybody with just one. Unfortunately, time and age have withered Jero into a shell of his former self. Now the old swordsman just looks to spend the rest of his fighting knowledge on the field. So, alright, let's take a look here. Get those going. And then initiative. Well, let me take a look at this here. Because wasn't there something? Quick hands. Resilient. Fortified mind. Ah, okay, fortified mind would be good for our banner guy. Dodge. You gain 50% as... yeah, okay, so dodge would help him. Relentless. Reach advantage, overwhelm, lone wolf, nimble, specialize in light armor. Maximum fatigue from fighting above 15. Lighter armor, the more you benefit. Duelist. Yeah, so I don't know. Could be kind of cool. So we'll play around with it a little bit. And get him dodge. Although, well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be putting a lot of points into that is the thing. Because it's like, for a sword master, should I be doing that? Should I be doing this? I mean, we're getting +4, so I feel like we should be doing that. Well, what the hell? Let's just do that, I guess. What I don't know, that better not be like an ability I have to use. I think it should just be a straight... goes right to it, right? But does that make sense? See, if I had 100, that would be... well, 100 would be 15 to that, so that would be... that seems like it should be very powerful. Alright, and if I'm gonna go do this big battle here... I feel like I gotta bring out the A-team. Oop, I never did finish you, did I? Alright, and what do you got? Fatigue, attack, and melee. Fatigue. I feel like if I don't put stuff into there, this guy's just gonna get destroyed from range. Let's get you battle forged. And I do like recover, so we'll just get him that. It's up to 95. It's 150. If I put them on the coat of plates, that's pretty good. It's a pretty big boost to his armor there. Alright. Well, I wonder if we're going to be able to beat this. Bring you out. Alright, well, those are our new guys and what we've got so far. Let's take a look at this sunken library. The shine and shimmer is so bright you almost think that Glider himself has ordained that you ordained you a proper visit. Unfortunately, or fortunately, what you have stumbled across is actually a great gilded dome protruding ever so slightly from the sands. Immediately you test if you can pull some of the gold away, but it has no give. Geralt the Main calls you over to a slab of stone which is gaped. Perhaps a bell tower at one point? Light fades quick as you can see very little inside. Above the entryway, a relief depicts men pulling carts of scrolls. There is a set of words repeatedly scrawled across the relief. None of the language look remotely familiar to anything you've ever seen, but it takes a bit of time until you can find a hurried etched translation left by someone proximal to your era. The library, the labyrinth of the night, the labyrinth of the mind. Leave here as you would leave a dream. Tread here as you would tread a dream. Leave to dwell upon the horror of not knowing. Enter to be one with knowing, and in knowing the dream, know the nightmare. Fair bit ominous, Captain, but if you want to go down there, we got rope and torches to see to it. Geralt tells you this, and the look on his face suggests he's hoping you decline the proposition. Rappel down into the dark. Your climb down is a perilous one. The dark so thick that you can't even see your own boots, but eventually you hit a marbled floor and quickly light up some torches. You find yourself in a massive hall around which spiral rows and rows of bookcases. Every shelf is adorned with a pile of scrolls, many dwelling within glass enclosures. The shelves are stacked upon each other and seem to ascend to the very ceiling from which you descend. Rolling ladders rest at each level, but even further up runs a floating mezzanine with metal chutes stationed here and there. It seems as though once upon a time one was meant to pass these scrolls up and down, though now everything is rusted and the mezzanine has collapsed in parts. Jero, the serpent, calls your attention. He points to an enormous scroll flattened behind a sheet of glass. Drawings sprawl over the paper, and upon closer inspection it appears they are blueprints for seemingly everything: the human body, the bodies of many animals, castles, towers, windmills, ships, weapons and armor, boots and gloves, alignments of the stars, and a great number of drawings of things you have never seen before, things which don't make sense. Captain, this place is not meant for us. The language of the halls we should go. One of the sellsword expresses the mood in the air. You have already trespassed to a place few have gone before, and if they have gone before, where are they? A place like this surely can't stay hidden, right? What was that noise? Interlopers, in the library. The voice scratches along the marble floor and rises up to meet your ears and continues on. The word library. Slithering into the dark behind you, suddenly a number of the glass cases begin to glow. The phylacteries holding some sort of ethereal energy, and as the light widens, it unveils the torso of a blackened skeleton, its body captured in air. Its ribcage holds a book hooked into place by the sickly folds of its own ribs as a spider would clutch a metal. The skull of the creature stares at you with peerless sockets. Your kind has already stolen from me, and now you dare profane these halls again? The phylacteries grow brighter, and in turn the skeleton's torso grows flesh. The weeds of veins and pulp of skin blossoming outward to cover bone, but it is only the torso which is ensconced. You stare at the phylacteries, and they are brimming with energy now, and in staring you can see ghostly faces smearing along the glass like streaks of rain. You hear a loud clap and turn to see the lore master in full, his eyes aflame with white fire, his limbs skinny yet smoky muscles winding around its frame, and its lower half is plumbing with black ash as it glides forward. The brighter the glass bulb gets, the stronger and faster it becomes. Fight for your lives. Fight like you've never fought before. Alright, so we can see the little prophet guy there, and he's got a bunch of really hard-hitting zombies, which will then obviously resurrect once you kill him, and then he's got a bunch of tomb guards here. So I've got some hammers and axes trying to get through the armor here. I think had I known what kind of enemies I'd be fighting here, I'd probably do, you know, things that have a little more damage to armored units, like either going with more hammers or pole arms and the two-handed maces. I don't think I said that, but those are actually pretty nice too, because they can cause the dazed effect, so it's like you get a just as if you land an attack, you get an automatic hit. Now he's throwing down that miasma there, which will just do damage to your HP every turn. And he casts it twice into two areas there. He can also stun you, so I'm just trying to position our guys. Now he'll typically have some of these ancients that'll just kind of go around him to just act as his personal bodyguard, so you want to try to sit back here and kill as much as you can. I'm using these archers to try to snipe down the zombies, and then also to throw some overwhelm on our guys. And with our helms and everything else, our guys don't have, the melee guys don't have much vision, so we got to be careful with that, because as you can see there's just little jars on the screen. Those are phylacteries, and I have to kill all those before I can kill the philosopher. And as you continue to kill those phylacteries, it then triggers different events in the match. So ideally, I think what you'd want to do is just run around, kill all the guards, just leave the philosopher or prophet or whatever his name is, and then just position all your guys next to the jars, kill the jars, and then kill him. And I think you can actually bypass some of the battles here, but I was unable to do that. Now the other thing to know with the phylacteries is you can't do damage to them using arrows, because they have a range resistance, which is just freaking weird. I guess they'd think it would be too easy for you, but you can then bypass that if you use throwing weapons like the hatchets. I'm not sure about the javelins. And I'm not doing a great job of not suffering friendly fire here. I'm just going to chop through these guys' shields. They're not very sturdy. And since they can resurrect on the later parts of the match, that way when they come back they won't have their shields on. Now that famed axe that this guy has is just an absolute beast of a weapon. And it's allowing me to kill a lot of these guys in 1 or 2 shots. So I think there's really like 3 or 4 phases to this match. This is the first phase. The second phase is once you start destroying some of the phylacteries, or it starts on turn 7, whichever comes first. He'll start to summon these skulls, which you'll see here. And now, unfortunately, the dog ended up killing that damn phylactery. So once you kill one of the phylacteries, it automatically triggers the next phase. So that was kind of bullshit that that happened. And pretty much what those skulls do is they explode, and they have, I think, a range of 1, so anything that's around them will end up taking damage. Now you can use that to your advantage, because they'll also hurt both phylacteries and enemy units around them. And then your archers are obviously really good at taking them out, because it just takes 1 arrow to blow up the skulls. Problem is it summons, I don't know, a ton of them every turn. I'm not sure about the exact limits, and they're all over the map, so they can quickly build up on you here. So yeah, it looks like you get summons 4 every turn. Our guys are starting to have morale issues, which is not good. They're starting to retreat. My poor bannerman is fatigued out, so he can't use his ability. I'm going to try to use the archers to run around to kill skulls and to find out all the phylactery jars. That's not good. Yeah, we're getting fatigued out here. This is bad. And the skulls don't do much damage against armor, but they can definitely do quite a bit of damage to your HP pools. So you can see they're just kind of kamikazing me now. Yeah, I'm not sure the axes are the best thing here. I mean, they can allow me to chop through the shields, so I've been using them for most of the game. But against all this armor, it doesn't seem to be doing a great amount, so definitely I think when you're trying to do these matches, you want to have different equipment than what I have currently. It's like I'm just trying to move forward here to kill as much as I can. But I'm definitely getting overwhelmed. It's like I haven't even uncovered all the phylacteries yet. I wasn't sure how many there were. It's like I kind of had an idea. I'm like, I think there's somewhere between 8 and 10, so I'm sitting here like trying to scout the whole map. I'm like, I'm not quite sure how many guys I need to keep laying around. And I wasn't totally sure how many phylacteries it took to kill to trigger the next phase here. Because what you'll do is you'll end up resurrecting the guys that you've killed. And then he'll also summon like these shadows, which will then do this AoE attack on you. Where it'll go do a line across the battlefield. And damage anything that's there, and you guys will get pinned down. So that's definitely a bad day when that happens. And if you kill it when the thing's triggered, it'll then make the phylacteries that are on the ground will move up into the air, and then the ones that are in the air will move down to the ground to let you melee them. So potentially, if you had guys positioned around there and you had your archers all throw down and kill the ones that are in the air, or you had your melee guys all kill the ones that are on the ground, then you had other guys there, then when the other ones go down, you can rapidly kill them too. But as you can tell, I kind of have my guys split up right now because of everything that's going on, so definitely in a little bit of a situation. Now, unfortunately, my fatigue is also pretty high as well, and my guys are starting to wig out a little bit. If I have an ranged 2 weapon, I can kill the skulls with melee as well without suffering the damage, but anything that's a range 1 is obviously going to get hit. So I'm just trying to decide when I want to engage things. Now, it's kind of nice to have the dogs, because I think they can take 3 or 4 hits before they die, so, you know, that's several skulls getting summoned out here. So it's like, let's just try to weaken these guys as much as I can, and then also get their fatigue back for when we trigger the next round, or next phase, I should say. But I don't want to just be sitting here indefinitely, because I'm just taking a bunch of damage. It's like, alright, well, I should have had somebody running up here faster. It's like, I don't really want to have my banner guy just stuck there. But if I can just keep weakening the Prophet, then when I finally get ready to kill him, then I can do it. But the problem is, I'm not sure I see all the phylacteries. So I'm just trying to decide, do I spend another turn getting guys into range or not? Because what's going to happen is that one that's up there, like I said, is it's going to get elevated, and then my melee guys aren't going to be able to kill it. But I also can't just sit here and keep taking these hits, because my guys aren't going to survive. But it's like, if I can last one more turn, I should be good, but then I'm like, oh, maybe there's a phylactery over here that I missed. I'm not quite sure. It's like, let's, even though I don't have anything, it's just ending their turn effectively. Alright. And we'll get him out of that poison cloud. It's like, alright, let's get started. So it's like, that one's down. That's good. That's good. Took those ones out. Took that out, but I should have used my other guy for it, I think. Because then I could have at least attacked the Prophet. But now I'm like trying to count how many there are. So it's like, shit. Am I missing some? Am I not? It's like we got one more to go. But I don't have anybody over by that phylactery, so I'm like, shit. So I'm going to trigger all the events before I get over there. Which means my guys are probably going to get his guys are probably going to resurrect. Yep, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm like, alright, let's just hit all those guys at once. And I don't want to kill the Prophet because I want him to stay weakened. But it's like, I guess I got to start bringing everybody closer together. It's like, alright, I'm not sure if there's a phylactery up there. So it's like, let's just quickly scout. But now I'm into this issue. It's like, okay, I got to get over here. It's going to take me probably 2 or 3 turns. So maybe if I can just stay back, we can kill some of these guys. And now his additional guys are starting to summon in, so I'm like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. So it's like, alright, we'll try to bring everybody else closer. I'm not sure if the attack here with those red circles, that's the AoE attack. I wasn't sure if that was also going to hurt the enemy units or not, too. So it's like, man, if I can just get some kills, that would be huge for me. But in addition to the resurrection that they have, with everything that's going on, they also resurrect. Just with the abilities, but it's usually 2 per turn. But it's like, oh man. We've now got 3 rows there, so all of our guys are locked down. We've taken those out. You can, like, again, you can use your use the skulls to help you do additional damage. It's like, well, we'll just try to switch everybody back into bows to see if we can do enough damage. It's like, but I'm definitely in trouble here. We took out the Prophet now, so it's like, alright, I was kind of hoping that was going to end the match if I just killed him. But they still have everybody else here. But it will stop him from resurrecting more units, so that's good. But it doesn't take out the guys that are doing the AoE attacks here, because I thought maybe his little ghost doubles would disappear. So now I've got multiple guys that are almost out of armor being surrounded by other units. And our freaking hammer guy's about to run away, which is not good. Now, thankfully, he kamikazed me, which allowed us to kill him. Well, I guess I'm wrong. He did still summon additional units. Well, there's that guy down. That's not great. So I'm just like, alright, well, we just can't have you guys keep retreating, or else more guys are gonna die. So it's like, alright, I need you to get some kills. And I'm just getting terrible rolls here. So it's like, this is really down to the wire here for whether you survive or not. It's like they're nuking me, but again, I think the best, even more effective way of doing this would be to have your guys positioned next to those ghosts there, because they have no health. Oh, Jesus. And so he's about to run, so that means probably about to lose another guy here. And I don't have enough to help him rally. I was hoping that I was going to get a kill and trigger the Berserk, but that did not happen, so now another guy's down. It's like so many unnecessary losses here. Another one just died. I'm like, oh my god, this is going so poorly. But at least now we've taken out all of his little doppelgangers. So now that should stop additional resurrections from happening here. But our guys are definitely fatiguing out. I can't get through this damn guy and his shield, so I'm definitely regretting not breaking everybody's shields earlier, so I didn't have to worry about this. I'm like, oh my god, if he has another turn and runs and dies, I'm going to be so pissed off. It's like, okay, we just have 2 more. There we go. And we just got that one little skull, and we frickin' won finally. So that's fantastic. I suffered some injuries, so we got missing nose, which is fatigue. We got 2 guys that I think are missing. Nope, one's missing his eyeball, and the other one's missing, or he suffers brain damage. So that's actually not a terrible one, because I don't care about his experience or his initiative. The fatigue is the only one that really bothers me. The lore keeper collapses onto the ground. A pile of ash and phylacteries slowly fade back to dark. You walk over with the torch in hand. Its black skull resides atop the book, once dwelled in its chest. Captain, I don't think we should be touching anything here. You ignore one of your men and pick up the book. Its leather covering is stitched together. As you look closer, you can see the flesh of ears and noses encompassing the cover. Immediately, the bones of the slain undead scratch across the marbled floor. One zips between your legs. Oops. Bone slain undead. Okay. One zips between your legs and flies into the pile of ash. A dull white fire lights inside the socket of the skull. Let's see. That's more than enough for you. With a quick command, you get the men to climb back up the rope yourself, the last to leave. As you near the light of the earth above, you take a moment to stare back, and the black skull is already in your face. It floats alone, eyes burning white, capturing your sight in a cone of fire you cannot understand. As you stare into it, you can hear the voices of your men fade away. The skull floats alone, and you almost feel the urge to let go of the rope. The skull speaks in your mind. It is but one of its gifts, interloper, and you are not the first to have it. There are many who have taken it, and there are many who have taken it, and in the many there is but one end, the one who awaits us all. The skull fire snuffs out and drops away into the dark, where you hear a brief clatter. The voices of your men rush back in, louder than ever, and you look up to see Baldwin the Vulture's hand. Grab hold, they pull you out. As you exit, the entrance sinks into the sand, and all you have in this place is a strange fleshen book filled with writings you cannot ever hope to decipher. You gain the black book. What did I just take? Alright. Victory is ours. That was a fucking hard mission. Alright, well, definitely feel my guys are letting me down here. But yeah, that was something else for sure. Because what happens is your arrows aren't good at killing the phylacteries. So, because I ran in there with a bunch of archers, and I had to do that a couple of times to be able to get it to work. You know, I don't even care if these guys suffered injuries. I'm just glad to be done with that mission for sure. But now we still got to find some... I was actually hoping there was going to be some Necro Savants there, so we could get the things to be able to fight the Kraken. So I guess I'll just kind of explore the map off camera, do some random battles, because I don't think you guys want to necessarily watch all that while I'm just randomly running around looking for Necrosavants to fight, and then I won't level guys up or anything off camera. But we definitely have suffered some injuries here. I'm actually not terribly upset by the brain damage. It's like I don't care about initiative or experience at this point in time, and the resolve will stop him from running, so that's actually not bad. This is the one I'm most upset about, is the missing nose, because I need these guys' fatigue to be high, and so by him not having that, that is going to kind of screw me a little bit. The vision isn't the end of the world either, to be quite honest. With night blind it's going to be a problem, because between these and my helmet, then he's not going to be able to see 2 squares at night. So in that way it's kind of a letdown. But I definitely can feel that these guys need to be stronger, so hopefully by getting even stronger troops that should help me here.